Hi everyone. If you are new, my name is Amy and welcome back once again to my channel. So today I'm gonna be talking about, I mean, okay, welcome back to my channel. So if you are new to the channel, kindly tap the subscribe button below. Make sure you join me, join the family, and let's keep this family growing. So, I am Ugandan by nationality and currently living here in Turkey. I have been adjusting like really hard. It has been really hard for me to adjust with the culture, the people. I'm cooking, so I'm gonna be talking to you guys as I'm cooking. Hope it's okay with you guys. So, I have been adjusting with the culture, the food, the people, and everything in this country. So basically, I'm gonna be moment. Sorry about that. So basically, I'm gonna be sharing with you my life journey, both here on YouTube and also on Facebook. I think not even think I have a page there. I'll be dropping some videos right there as well. So I'm gonna be talking about how I came to Turkey, what challenges I faced. Yeah, basically it's gonna be how I came to Turkey, what challenges I faced, what I do, how I handle culture and all that. Yeah, so that is exactly what I'm gonna do with you as I cook my food. Okay, tamam, tamam, all my Turkish friends. Yeah, so basically that's what I'm gonna do. So today I'm preparing chicken. I love okra. I'm gonna mix it with okra. So that is exactly what I'm gonna be preparing today. So it hasn't been easy for me. Actually, the first year when I came to Turkey, it wasn't easy for me. But some people who have never traveled usually think that people who travel um, have a smooth life, but that is not true. Sometimes many of us who travel a lot for like let's say a year or two, sometimes we get hard times. It's hard for you to adjust. It's a new country. You see everything is new to you, new culture, new everything. But someone who has never traveled will never understand that. So just like any other person who has traveled, they faced a lot of challenges here and there. Same way, um, me. Okay, so okay, this is my story time. When I decided to come to Turkey to try out some new opportunities, and I decided to like when I before I came, I was working for a company. Um, okay, my dad's company or our company, but I wanted to try out new opportunities to see how the world moves. And uh, to see, like, basically to experience new things, right? So I decided that I come to Turkey and apply for a different job. Um, yeah, different job, different from the company's job, but of course I could handle some things once in a while where needed. Okay, so I come to Turkey. I apply as a nanny, but remember I'm leaving the company to come to work as a nanny. So I'm gonna tell you guys. I came to Turkey and I got a family. I got a family. Yeah, as I was saying, I got a family, and the family did what they did. They hired me to take care of their baby. I went there when the baby was around 2 months, 1 month, around there. And then I took care of the baby until the baby turned 1 year old. And then I left. So this is the reason why I left. It's really hard to take care of a baby and at the same time to take care of the household activities. So I it was my first time actually to see that, like, you are it was my first time to see, like, you employ someone and then you let someone take care of the baby and at the same time take care of the household activities with a stay-home mom who doesn't want to do anything. I mean, it's okay, maybe we didn't talk much about what the job was about, but to me, it was really too much for me. So I decided to leave the job because that's not my line. I mean, okay, I wanted to try out something new, okay, and that's it. But the challenge was I used not to sleep at night because I was taking care of this baby. And at the same time, I used to wake up, like, really, like, I used to wake up every night to to take care of this baby. Every after 2 hours, I used to wake up to feed him while the mom was sleeping. So by the time, like, most of the time, I used not to sleep. And then when it comes to morning hours, I have to do some chores and also as well take care of the baby, you know. So it was like as if I was the mom of the baby. Yeah, so something like that. So I used to get too much fatigue because I had less sleep. I used not to sleep, like, really very well. I had too much fatigue. And when it comes to doing some other houseworks, it's I feel like I used to feel like my body was tired, and, like, you feel like you want to work but you don't want to work. And then during that time you have to take care of the baby, right? I had to take care of the baby, but again I have to do housework. So it was really hard for me to take care of the baby and at the same time take care of the housework while the mom is just seated doing nothing. All right. So it used to disturb me really a lot, really a lot. And I was like, why do I have to suffer? Like, you have a baby crying here, you have to take care of the house, you have to take care of this and that, and then someone's um and the mom is right there. No, that's not my thing. I mean, I've never seen this. I mean, if you get someone to help you, let's help each other. So it wasn't really worth for me. I used to get too tired. I used to get fatigue. I used not to have enough rest. And the worst thing is, even where I used to sleep wasn't really comfortable for me. And during winter times, I used to feel very, very cold, something which wasn't healthy for me. So, time reached when I felt like I think I can't do this anymore because it will affect me maybe in the long run. Because they say that too much coldness is also not good for someone's health. So I decided to say, no, this is not for me because I was really tired of the whole situation. It wasn't easy to take care of the child, and at the same time take care of the housework, sleepless nights with the baby, and again you don't have time to sleep during daytime just because you didn't sleep like at night. So I wasn't allowed even to sleep during daytime. So I said no, that's enough. Enough is enough. I think I should let go. But remember, I had friends here in Turkey, but the friends I had were far, like far away from where I used to stay or work. Yeah, the friends I had were really far. So as I was saying, the friends I had were really far out from me, and then I was like, Imi, you are alone here now in Turkey. Your friends are far away, like about between 12 hours drive to, I mean, 8 hours drive to 12 hours drive, like something like that. So I was like, Tamam, okay, what are you gonna do if you're now tired? Where are you gonna stay? Yeah, you're new to the country and you want to quit the job. And I was really actually tired. And then I was like, come what may, I'm a strong woman. I know what to do with my life. I don't care what happens next, but I can't take this anymore. So I left the job. That's where I went. I left the job, and actually, this is I didn't leave the job by myself, but I was afraid to tell this family that I am really tired of working for you guys because I am stressed. I don't get enough sleep and all that. And then I had a friend of mine who who is a Ugandan friend, but he used to work in those Arab countries. And then I tried to explain to her what is happening to my life. And then this lady told me, you know what, you can't like these people will not allow you to go if you just tell them that you know what you want to quit the job and leave. So what you have to do, just because I was also afraid to open up to them that I'm tired of working for them because it was really bad. Okay, so my friend advised me that if you want to leave, I know it's your first time doing this. My friend was like, I know it's your first time doing this, but you're gonna face a lot of challenges doing this job, this kind of jobs. So she was like, if you wanna leave, this is what I'm gonna advise you to do. Work, but um, you're gonna do work, but work like you don't want to work. I mean, take your time, be slow, something like that, so that they push you away. And then I was like, okay, I think that's a good idea. Because I personally, I was scared, very scared of telling them that I'm really tired of working for them. So I did what my friend told me to do. Yeah, I did what my friend told me to do. I used to work in a way that, in a way, like I don't want to work. I clean. When I clean, I don't clean other parts. I clean, but I clean slowly. Something like that. Something like that. So I clean, and one day the madam of the house found me cleaning, but I hadn't cleaned some other parts. I was cleaning slowly because I wanted um to do what exactly my friend told me. So my madam called me and told me, "Are you tired of working for us? Be honest with me." I was like, at first I I was scared, but again I thought about all the stress and all that, the bad sleeping habits, the bad sleeping environment. I mean, taking care of the everything, like really everything that I was facing. So I was bold to tell her that, yeah, I'm tired. I think I need to go because this actually it was my first time doing this kind of job. I had never done such a kind of job in my life. I think that's how it is. I think, but to me, I had no experience in working in such an environment. It was very, very toxic, very toxic. So I tell madam that, you know what, madam, I am tired. Yes, let's go. I'm tired. I wanna go. And so guess what happened? And remember, I have no friends here in Turkey. Like, I have friends. I mean, by then I had friends, but my friends were really far out from me, like 8 hours to 12 hours drive away from where I used to stay. So, but I needed to go because I was tired. So I sat down because after telling my madam that I was tired of working for them and all that, we talked a lot, and then she said, "Okay, when do you want to go?" And then I told her that I want to go on Friday. It was around Wednesday, and I wanted to go on Friday. But remember, I don't have any friends and I don't have where to go. So, what happened next? So, I spent sleepless nights. Like, I wanted to go, but I actually didn't have where to go. So, I had to text this friend of mine. There is one friend of mine who used to stay far from me, about 12 hours drive. Yeah, 12 hours drive, that friend of mine. And then I texted this friend of mine, and then I told him everything, and he was like, I have some friends in Istanbul. I have some friends in Istanbul. Maybe I should first talk to them, and then we shall see what to do for you. Okay. So I wait day one, waiting for feedback from my friend who stays far away, like 12 hours drive. And then it was like, I was like, okay, give me some one day and then we'll see what to do. So this friend of mine, after it was a Wednesday, I remember I didn't sleep that Thursday. I was like, I had a sleepless night on that day, Thursday, because I was thinking of where to go. Remember, I was tired, I couldn't like manage. So I wait for the feedback from my friend because I had told him about all that. So this guy gets from your friend, contacts the friend, and I joined their family in Istanbul that very Friday. And I mean, on Wednesday, I mean, we talked on Wednesday. I didn't sleep Thursday. Yeah, I did sleep Thursday, but Thursday in the evening at night, my friend contacted me and was like, and he was like, okay, someone is gonna come for you from I'm gonna share with you this number. This is my friend. He has a family, so you're gonna be staying with them for some time until I find time to come for you. Okay? And I was like, oh, thank you so much. So on Friday, the family comes for me from where I was just work because I was new. I was still new in the country, and I was like 9 months, 10 months, I think, in Turkey by then. Yeah, 10 months, around 10 months. So I I I did not Turkey very well, like the country itself, because I used not to move. They used not to give me a chance to move. That is how bad family was. So they come for me. The friend to my friend comes for me, and then they take me to their home. I join their family, and then I stay there for some time, like 2 months, as I figure out what to do next. That is how hard life is abroad when you don't have anyone you know. You have to figure out everything. So I used to communicate to my friend. I was like, I'm going to come and see you and we talk more. So that is how bad I was. Like, it was really bad, horrible. So I, this friend of mine, like, I'm now staying with my friend's, my friend's friend, my friend's friend. Okay, my friend's friend. Like, they had a family. They were family of three: mom, dad, and the daughter. So that's how hard life was. But the good thing, I had some money with me, so I wasn't worried so much because I had saved some little money with me. So I didn't have like that very hard time. Yeah. But I had a hard time, but not very hard time since I had some money, so it was really safe for me. So I live there. I live with them. They were very good family. I didn't lack anything. Like, really, I lived like as if I was family to them. Anything I needed, these guys provided for me. I was like family. And then they used to ask me, what do you want? Do you need anything? Do you lack anything? Like, they really treated me well, and I thank my friend for that. He is really, really, really a nice person. So I did not lack anything. I lived like a princess. I don't know how you guys, I can explain to you guys. It was really, really the best family I had ever gotten. And up to now, we still communicate because I feel like they are part of me. You know, I always check on them up to now. How are you doing? How is mom? You know, those guys were really, really nice to me. Very nice to me. I've never lacked anything when I was there. I don't remember using even my money to buy anything because they provided everything for me, really. So it was really, really, I mean, I can't even, I don't know how to say how much I can appreciate this family. It was very, very nice family. That's why I tell people, if you find people who really love you, people who really care for you, appreciate them and always communicate to them to keep that bond. So my friend comes from somewhere, someplace here in Turkey. Um, did I say? Okay, my friend was living in Izmir. Okay, so my friend comes when I was still staying with their friends. I mean, when I was still staying with his friends, he came visited, and then we talked, and then he was like, we had some little argument about it, about me. I mean, we argued a little, but he later understood, and then he was like, "Don't make that mistake again. What next now?" We talked a lot, and then I told him I'll find a job again, and then try to adjust my life again as usual. So it's like, okay, no problem. But if you have any problem, don't forget that I'm always here for you. You've been my friend. Actually, we started talking when I was still in Uganda, and if I remember, we are about let's see, about 12 years of friendship. Yeah, but we've ever met only 2 times because of distance. But we've been friends for over 12 years. So that is how good we are. So I get a job. So by the way, I get a job. No. Okay. Where did I stop from? Okay, my friend Vista, and then we talk. And then I promise him that I'm gonna get a job and go back. And I stand again and I'll be able to take care of myself so that I don't disturb you. He was like, no, you're not disturbing me, you're my friend. We've been friends for a long time. And this is my country. I have to take care of you. If you need anything, just call me. If you're stranded, just call me. So that is how good this person was. Yeah, so up to now we are friends. We are friends just because the distance can't let us meet and talk and have fun. So that is how good we are. But we talk. He's my good friend. So I be there and I live there for a month. But I still talk to this family because this family was so good. Like very good. Very good to me. If I could appreciate anyone here in Turkey, if they say appreciate at least one person here in Turkey, I could appreciate that family. It was so good. I did not lack anything. They used to provide me with anything that I need. I mean, they used to treat me as their own family, like very, very good family. So that's it. So again, I try some jobs, applying for some jobs again in the line of nanny. And and in my heart, I was like, if I try a nanny job again and then I get this kind of experience, I'm done. I'm not doing anything like nanny jobs again here in Turkey. So I applied for a job, but this time round I get a housekeeping job. Yeah, so I thought I had got a very good job this time round. Housekeeping, just cleaning the house, keeping the house, and all that. This is what they call abroad, living abroad, life abroad. So I get a job. Um, I get this job of housekeeping, but this housekeeping job I was like cleaning for a man who is living alone. At first, I thought it was normal to get any kind of job abroad, but I lived in. So I get this job of housekeeping in Turkey, and it was a stay in, meaning I have to stay in. Yeah, I need to stay in. I don't need to commute, so I pack all my things and then I go to where I'm supposed to work as a housekeeper. Yeah, I go as a housekeeper. So I start working. Remember, I'm working for this guy. This guy lives alone. I was actually, I don't know even what I was thinking. I mean, I don't know what I was thinking working for a man who stays alone. I mean, I thought it was a job normal, like I'm abroad, it's safe. Well, and I remember those days I feel stupid. So sometimes I feel like I ask myself, what were you on? You mean, what were you on working for such a guy? someone who lives alone, but he used to work and then I used to stay at home alone, right? So, oh my God. So I get this job. I'm a stay-in housekeeper. I work and then yeah, I get this job. I was given my own room, my own bathroom, my own everything. But remember, we're staying in the house, two people, me and the guy. The guy goes to work and does his stuff and all that and comes back home. But remember, I'm a housekeeper. I have everything provided with everything. That is good. That is one advantage of being a stay-in worker. You're provided with everything that you need. As long as you meet a very good family. Yeah. So I get this job. I'm happy I've gotten a job. So I'm gonna stand again on my feet. But you people who are home and us and bothering us who are abroad, trying to get a life, to you think we are all good, but we are trying to adjust life, please stop. So I get this job and then I start working. Yeah, I start working. Day one, I work normal. It was normal for me. I start working, but I hadn't gotten used to the house. I start working for this guy, and then day two, good. I'm still working. Day three, good. I'm still working. Mhm. So everything was moving on well until 1 week. 1 week, it was like 5 days. Everything was moving on well. I had no issue with the guy. I had no problem with the guy because he was a provider. I worked for that guy for 1 week. So this is what happened. Okay. Life is hard abroad, guys. Life is hard abroad. So I worked for this guy, but I worked, yes, cleaning and doing all that. I worked for 5 days and then I left. So this is what happened. Guys, so this is what happened. I'm even shy to say this. Like a little bit scared. So anyway, it's just a story time. So I work for this guy. Day one, day two, day three, day four, day five, everything was normal. I'm doing my job. He goes to work, he comes back, sleeps. I do my work when it's time for me to, because I used to break off at around 8:30, between 8:30 to 9. That's when I used to break off. And if I break off, I just go to my room, shower, and then rest. So that was how I used to do my things. Yeah. So one day, the guy calls me, and then he had wine. He had wine. By then, I used not to be well conversant with wine. I used not to drink like too much. I mean, so guy asked me, "Do you drink alcohol?" I was like, "No, I don't drink alcohol." I was like, "Do you want to try?" I was like, "Okay, a little bit." And then when I took like a little bit, I coughed. I told him that, you know what, uh, I coughed like so much. And then I told him that no, alcohol isn't my friend. I don't think I can handle alcohol by then. So he was like, "Okay, it's okay, leave it if you can't handle." I was like, "Okay, tamam, thank you." And then I left the alcohol. So I went to my room. I left him there to drink his alcohol and then I went to my room. So it was like um it had 2 floors. The house had 2 floors. but I used to my room was like downstairs and his was like upstairs. So that is how big the house was. So I went downstairs to my room and rested. Okay. So I left him drunk. I don't know how. I mean, I don't know what happened next. I mean, that was the day. So one time I was in the kitchen. I was in the kitchen. I was cleaning this like the cupboards and arranging stuff. This guy came and then he asked me if I can help him. I can help him jack off. I don't want to. I feel shy saying this, but I have to. It's a story time. So this guy came and then asked me if I can help him jack off, and I was like, "What? Jack off?" Actually, it was my first time. I mean, I was, like shocked. Like, can you help me jack off? I was like, what? I mean, can you help me? It was coming like holding his pants. So like, what? No, like, no. And then I said, no, I can't. And then he walked away. I think he was annoyed. He walked away. So he was annoyed actually. He was annoyed. So he walked away and I continued doing what I was doing. I thought he was, I thought to myself that it had ended there. I thought maybe he had understood that I'm not into like that. I'm just here to do my job. But actually, the guy was not happy with the way I responded to him. So the following day, it was a Sunday. Of course, he used not to work on weekends. So it was a Sunday, and then guy is moving around in shorts. I was really feeling uncomfortable. That was my first week of working. He was moving around in a weird way. I mean, wearing um, things that expose himself. I mean, I guess you know what I mean. Expose him. So I was feeling uncomfortable, but I had to pretend like I'm doing my job. I mean, yeah, you guys, I face like issues here. Hmm? I face issues here exactly. So I had to pretend like I'm doing my job, but so it was a Sunday, and this guy comes to me and then tells me if I don't want to help him jack off anytime he wants to, I should leave his house and go. Yeah, that is how bad it was. This guy comes, wants to jack off again, and then again I deny him that same day. I was like, no, that is not my job. That is not part of my job. That is not part of my job. I'm not doing that. When I was applying for this job, we don't talk about anything like helping you jack off. The only conversation we had was about housekeeping, doing everything like that, and then nothing more. So it was like, no, your job is part of your job is to help me jack off. Like, you guys, these people are weird. If you find a weird person, the person is really weird. And if you are not confident enough to ask your real job, your real duties, what you're gonna do, what exactly you're gonna do, you're gonna find some weird things that you're not even supposed to do. So usually when you're asking for a job, I mean, if you find a job or if someone is interested in you, you need to ask questions, like detailed questions, so that when you go there, you know exactly what to do. So for me, since I was new in the field, I had no idea of what to ask. I just learned this recently from my friends. Yeah, because for me, I thought when they give you a job, you just go and work. So I recently, like, but now I'm not doing that job, okay? So I'm not doing that job. So recently, I mean, some time back, before um, before I could apply for another job, so I had to ask my friends what about this kind of jobs. I mean, then my friends had to explain to me, before getting a job, you have to ask this and that before accepting any kind of job. So that is how dumb I was. I was only aiming at getting a job, but not asking questions. So that is how bad it was. So this guy tells me helping me jacking off is part of your job. So if you don't want to help me do that, then I guess you have to quit your job. Guys, I was like, now what is happening? I don't have where to go. I don't have friends in Turkey. My friends I have are very far away from me. So what am I gonna do? Should I go back to my family? The family which helped me. I was like, okay, Tamam, Ime, calm down and think about what to do next. So, um, I was, so it was like a sign, of course. So I told this guy that, you know what, let me think about it up to around six, around evening time, then we shall see how he can do about it. So I was working, but I wasn't working. I was feeling so weird. I was working, but I wasn't working. So it reached like between that time, I had to find out of communicating to my friend and tell him again about everything. And I was scared. I was like, now, what are you gonna do? So I tell my friend again that, you know what, this and this is happening, this and this, such and such a thing. Then guy started fuming again. Why are you making these mistakes? Why don't you first ask? Such things. So we had like a little fight, and then he was like, you know what? If it's possible, get a taxi, board, and come here where I stay. So in the evening, I tell the guy that yes, I'm ready to quit the job because I can't handle this. This is not what I signed for, and this is not part of what I want. So I'm ready to quit the job, but please pay me for the one week that I've worked for. So guy gets money and pays me, and then I remember leaving that place at around 8 p.m. in the night. Yeah, 8 p.m. in the night. But guess where I was going? I was going to a place called. I left Istanbul. From Istanbul to Izmir, I reached really late, very late, and my friend was waiting for me. Yeah, I traveled from here to Izmir, from Istanbul to Izmir. I reached really very late at night, very late. But good thing I had a friend waiting for me. Was a good friend. We are still friends up to now. Very good friend. Someone whom I can run to even if I get a problem right now in Turkey. This person is always there for me. But he's a good friend. So I went there. The family was with the family, so they let me in and I stayed there for I stayed there for a month and then had to come back to Istanbul to the family friend again because I felt like I don't know why I love Istanbul. Maybe because it was my first city where I arrived, but I love Istanbul. I don't know why. So I came back to Istanbul to that family friend again after a month staying with the family of my friend. So she took me in and then we talked. I mean, she's a good lady, like really very very nice lady, I can say. She took me in and then for a month I did also lack anything. She treated me well. I ate what I wanted. I mean, everything was really great with her, and she's really a good friend. Very, very good friend. She's someone whom I can call like anytime, and I'll be like, you know what, I have this kind of a problem. What should I do? She's really, really nice. Very nice woman. So I spent a month in Izmir, and then I come back to Istanbul after a month to join these family friends of hers. Yeah, yeah. So when I joined this family friend, again, Amy starts looking for a job again. But this time around, I was like, if I get a job and um, this job isn't good for me, trust me, I'm not going to do anything connecting to nanny jobs again. That was my thing. I mean, so I come back to Istanbul. I stay with these families again, the family of my friend. Okay, they are family friends. So I stay with them again as I look for a job. I looked for a job and then I found a job. But this job, remember, I don't have any friends in Istanbul. My friends are far away from where far away from Istanbul. So I get this job. It's also another family, and I was like, this is gonna be my last family to work with. If anything happens, maybe stress, maybe anything, like really anything, I'm not gonna work again. I'm not gonna do anything about nanny jobs again. So I get another family. Oh my god. But my god. All the families that I got were horrible, like very bad. I get another family and then I work for this family for 5 months. The reason why I left the family is because I got sick. So this is what happened. It was a 3-floor house. It had 3 floors, But I had to mop the house. But the way I used to mop the house is I used to use this kind of thing, like this, from up to down. You see this? I think you can see this. Yeah, I used to mop the house, but using this kind of thing, from the first floor to the third floor. So I used to finish my work, like cleaning only the house. I used to finish cleaning the house at around 5 p.m. in the evening. But I used to do that 3 times a week. I used to clean it 3 times a week. Okay? But I used to clean it with this kind of like cloth. Is it a towel? Yeah, it's a towel, small towel like this side. But I used to clean it 3 times a week. So I got sick. I got a very serious back pains. Very serious back pains. Um, to the extent that the pain straight up to the chest area. That is when I said enough is enough. So I had a friend of mine, that family, the madam was like an agent who used to get for girls jobs. So she knew someone who is from Uganda like me, and then she connected me to this person because I had told her that I don't have friends in Istanbul. Then she told me, "Oh, you don't have friends? I have someone whom I know. She's from Uganda. I guess when I connect you with her, you girls can be friends." I was like, "Oh, that's good." So, Madame connected me to this friend of mine who was also from Uganda. So, we connected. We had, Madame invited this girl to come to where I work, and then we had good time. We ate, I mean, had some good jazz, and then all that. So, when this happened, I mean, we exchanged numbers, of course, and then she became my first friend, my first Ugandan friend here in Turkey. So that is how I started getting friends. So this friend of mine also had other friends from Uganda. So that's how we connected, like all Ugandan friends. So that's how I made friends here in Turkey, friends from Uganda. So what happened is I thought that this friend of mine, I mean, the friend whom my madam connected me with, knew this madam of mine very well. You know, I thought maybe she had worked for her at a certain point. Maybe she knows this person like very well. So I had to ask her some questions about like this family. What's, I mean, how have you ever worked for this person? How is she like? But actually, she had never worked for this person. But she my madam is actually the person who gets for her this kind of jobs. So I did not fully open up to this friend of mine of what was happening in the house, thinking that these two are best friends. Maybe if I had opened up to her, she would definitely tell the madam that I said this and this. So I was actually afraid to open up to her. So I kept some problems to myself because that's what I thought. So what happened? This I think the worst family that I had worked for. So this is what happens. Usually, most of the times when you get a stay-in job here in Turkey, you are as a boss, you're supposed to provide certain things for your employee. I mean, yeah. But this family, this lady used not to provide like necessities like girls need some pads. They did not provide that. Yet those families which we used to work for, they do provide that. This lady used not to provide soap, showering soap. I had to use my money to buy the soap. I mean, actually, anything connected to personal things, I used to do them. I mean, I used to buy them for myself, for my salary. Yeah, from my salary. And this family was, I mean, how should I say it? It was like the worst I ever worked for. They used to put themselves first. I mean, they don't care about employees so much. So I worked only for 5 months. So my back started paining me so bad. I think the first 3 months I had very serious back pain. And then I told this friend of mine whom Madam connected me to. I tried to talk to her, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm so badly off. My back hurts, and this back pain is really stretching to the chest." I was like, "What is happening to you? What I mean, how do you do your work? I mean, it's not common for um the back pain to stretch up to the chest. What is that making you? What is that making your back to ache?" So I tell her that maybe because I mop the house with this kind of small towels, the house with these small towels from up to down. That's why my back aches. Actually, I used not to sit every day. The only time I used to sit down is at around 5 p.m. when the kids are back from school. So that is how bad the thing was. So I tried to explain to her of what is happening to me. Yeah. And then she was like, I think you need treatment. So I um it was getting worse actually. It was really getting worse. And then I told my friend again, I think I can't do this anymore. I'm standing too much every day from morning to evening without sitting down. My back hurts me so much. My chest pains me so much. I think I can't do this anymore. So then she was like, maybe talk to your madam and see what she says. So I talked to my madam. My madam says maybe it's just muscles paining you. And then she gets for me some painkillers. I mean, some drugs for the muscles. Yeah, she gets for me some drugs for muscles. I take. Do you know that these people were too mean to the extent that giving you medicine was just like a problem? They feel bad, like really giving you medicine. I mean, they gave me, let's see, they gave me 4 tablets, drugs, and then she kept the rest. She kept the rest. She gave me four. That this one for today, morning and evening, and then the following day take morning and evening. I was like, okay, this is bad. This is really bad. And then another thing which I hated about the family, food was a problem. They used not to give food during lunchtime. I used to only eat dinner, breakfast and dinner. So sometimes I used to feel dizzy. That is when I realized that this job is not for me anymore. Like they were mean when it came to food also. So in my heart I was like, this is not for me. This is not the kind of job that I want. So I tell my madam gave me medicine, and then yeah, morning evening for today. There was no change, guys. Still I was sick, but I'm working again. And then in my heart, I was like, if this is the kind of situation I'm working in, what will happen if I spend a year working in such an environment? How will my health be? I mean, I told my friend told me like, because I used to communicate to her so much because she was like someone that I felt more comfortable and free to open up to. She's my fellow Ugandan, and I felt much more comfortable talking to her. So she was like, Imi, I know, I know, I know that we came here to work for money, but remember, health is much more important than money. So if you feel that you are not really okay, kindly quit the job and first take care of yourself. So by then, I had nowhere to go. I mean, I wasn't renting. I used to move with my things. So my friend used to rent. And then she said, you know what? This is what you're going to do. First, you're gonna bring your things to my place, and then try to fix your life. I mean, let's try to find a way of treating you, and then you get better before you go back to work. I was like, wow, God has sent me a very good friend, my Ugandan friend. So this friend of mine is so good. I mean, God has gifted me with very good friends. I have never in my life met someone who real friends, um, very good friends. God has gifted me with good friends, like really, and I appreciate that. So this girl tells me, you know what? First, quit the job, come and fix yourself. I was like, how am I gonna even quit the job? And by then, my madam was going for a surgery, uh, like BBL. I mean, these breast enlargements, and I am also sick, so it was like a challenge. So I told my friend, my madam is going for the surgery, breast surgery. and I'm also sick. We are both not feeling fine. So what's the way forward? And then my friend was like, Amy, you have one problem. You care about people more than you care about yourself. Why don't you first learn how to put yourself first and then other people come next? Because the person you're trying to defend is not even remorseful, as in, he doesn't care about you. Why do you care about someone who doesn't even care about you, who doesn't care about your health? Someone who just gives you one tablet, two tablets. Why don't you first put that person aside and take care of yourself? I was like, okay, I think she's right. So I was like, I was scared because this person is going, like one day, let's say, she was remaining like one day to her surgery. And I was also like, I want to leave like in one day's time, you know? So I was like, this lady is going for surgery. She has kids. She has one stubborn kid. I'm also sick. I'm not feeling well. My back hurts, my chest pains. So what's happening? And so what I did was, I was like, my friend told me, first think about yourself because those people don't think about you. And when I sat down to think about that, I was like, I think this girl is right. I should think about my health first. I should think about myself first because the family I'm trying to take care of or to help, they don't care. I don't get food. I don't get lunch. um they expect me to work from morning to evening without sitting down, or even up to midnight or up to 1. They don't care. I mean, this is the family which does not even offer like medication. I was like, okay, this is so bad. So when I told my madam, before she went for surgery, I told her that, you know what, I'm really feeling bad. I think I need to leave. Actually, I wrote a message to her. No, she wrote to me first. She was like, Amy, I'm going to go for a surgery a day after tomorrow, but you need to take care of the kids because I don't want them to come and play around with me because maybe they will knock me and my wounds will get complicated. And I was like, oh my God. So I'm gonna take care of the kids, the house, 3 floors. And remember, my chest is paining me, my back is paining me. I knelt down and I cried like, what am I gonna tell this madam? Because I was also typing to tell her that I was leaving. So before I could send her a text, her text came first. So I'm like, okay, this is a coincidence. So what am I gonna do? She wants me to stay. I'm sick. I'm not feeling well. So what am I gonna do? Mhm. So I was like, I was confused. Then I texted my friend. Actually, I just forwarded that message from my boss and then I forwarded it to my friend. I was like, this is what my boss has wrote to me before me writing to her. And then she was like, what are you gonna do now? And then I told her, to be honest, I am feeling very bad. I can't work anymore. My back and chest are paining me really bad. I can't work anymore. And then she was like, open up to her, write to her and tell her exactly how you feel. So I also text and write back and tell her, actually, madam, I'm sorry to say this, but I wanted to tell you that I am quitting the job because my back and chest can't stop paining me. I was upstairs in my room and she was downstairs. Then she called me directly and was like, Amy, come down and we talk. So when I went downstairs, the lady said, okay, you can't leave because I am also going for my surgery who will take care of the kids. I can't let you go. Don't take anything out of the house. I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm sick also. I need to go. I was like, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna get for your doctor. And the following day, I think they arranged some doctor. They took me to the hospital and then they gave me some medicine and then I got some injection. But again, nothing worked. Remember, if you're on medication, you need some rest for the medicine to work maybe properly. But again, when I received medication, I wasn't given any extra time to rest, like to sleep, to give time for the body to, to give time for the medicine to react the way it's supposed to react. So I wasn't given that time. So nothing happened. The pain still remained the same. I don't know why. I think because I didn't get time to rest, because I used to take medicine and again wake up early and work, cleaning that floor, 3 floors house. From morning to evening, you have to take care of the kids. Here, you're on medication. You don't have time to rest, to give time, for the medicine to react. So maybe that was the reason. So nothing happened. Nothing changed about the back and chest pain. So um, I stayed patient for about 2 days. Yeah, my madam went for surgery. They did what they did, and she came back, but she wasn't okay. But also, I'm also not fine. Remember, okay? She went and came back, so I had to tell her, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I'm going. Yeah, I'm going because I'm not really fine. The medicine is not working because after I even stopped taking medicine because each time I took the medicine, my stomach pained really bad, and then I used to be dizzy, very dizzy. So I had to stop the medicine because I thought that if I take medicine, I think I need to have some rest to give time for this medicine to work. So I used to get bad stomach pains and some dizziness. Yeah, so I had to stop taking the medication. Yeah, I stopped taking the medication. So, madam comes back, and then I explained to her that, you know what, I'm not still feeling well. I need really to live and give time for my body to heal. And then she was like, oh, how am I going to live here alone? With the kids are going to disturb me. The kids are going to, uh, maybe they will play around and then they will make my wounds, disturb my wounds. So you don't need to go anywhere. I was like, no, I have to go. I'm not feeling okay. Um, yeah. So I told my friend, we talked with my friend, and then I was like, since you two are friends, and both of us, me and my madam, are not feeling okay, why can't you stand in for me, come and work for her, and then let me go? I mean, this is health. And then she was like, that's a good idea. Let me come and stand in for you, so that you go and treat yourself. So we arranged. So I had to pack all my things because I couldn't stay. I was leaving for good because the working environment wasn't conducive for me. So I packed my things. I waited for my friend to come. So my friend came, stood up for me, and then took over. And then I had to go pack my things and then went where she rents. Yeah, to treat myself. I went and started a new life. So my friend worked there for only 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And then she texted me. After going, she worked for there for 2 weeks. She was like, Amy, how did you used to work with this woman? I was like, what do you mean? This woman doesn't give food. I was like, okay. She is so mean. She doesn't provide soap. She doesn't provide even these sanitary towels for us women. Like, how did you used to work for this lady? So I had to tell her the whole story. I was like, I thought you guys are friends. Don't you know your friend too well like that? And then she was like, no, she's my friend, but I had never worked for her. This is my first time working for her. So for me, I thought at first this friend of mine had worked for this lady. And then, I mean, she knows this lady very well, you know, because the way they used to talk and laugh and do that and all that, it showed me that maybe they are too tight friends, you know, and then they know each other very well. So this lady says, Ime, you're a woman. I can't even work here for like 5 months. You're a really strong woman. For me, I'm gonna work here for 2 days. I'm like, why? She's your friend. What's happening? I was like, no, this is not the kind of work. She doesn't provide soap. She doesn't provide, I mean, lunch. I mean, this kind of mopping style of using this small towel, that's not for me. I mean, I've never met this a family like this. And then she was like, I'm leaving this family. I don't know who's gonna replace her. I mean, so this girl got there for 2 weeks and then leaves the house. This and then the way they left in a very bad way. So this lady works for 2 weeks. Remember, when you work, they have to pay you salary. I mean, they have to pay you, and then they have to pay you the allowance too. But if you work even on your off day, they have to pay for your off days too. So um, this lady works, my friend works, and then um, this lady pays her less than what she was expected to receive. That was her friend. And then she was like, Amy, you're a woman. You can work for 5 months. I mean, for this lady, this is the person who does not appreciate. This is the person who does not offer lunch. This is the person who, like, you do not need to eat anything in his house unless she gives it to you. So that is the kind of person she was. So this person lives, but they live in a very bad note because they fought about the money issue, the salary, something which is really bad. So something that is really bad. So that is how um, the whole thing ended. I rent my house. I mean, I go to my friend's place. Uh, as I was still treating myself because mm, I told myself I'm not working again until I get better 100%. So I stay with my friend for, I mean, I stay with my friend. I stayed with there as I was treating myself. I stayed for 1 week, not getting better. 2 weeks, not getting better. I tried different medicines, and then my friend brought for me some medicine. It was really effective, and then I got better after a month of not working, just staying there at home doing nothing. But actually, I thank God that I met good people here. I met very good friends, and I've met very good friends here. That is one thing I thank God about, because it's very hard to find someone abroad or where you've never stayed before, someone who is going to be honest and truthful to you. It's really very hard. And someone who is going to be there for you in a country you don't even know anyone. It's very hard. That's why I say, if you find someone who is honest, truthful to you, someone who loves you, someone who cherishes you, I mean, anywhere, I mean, you can find them anywhere. So if you find that kind of person, kindly cherish them, treasure them, make sure you keep that bond, because you never know what happens. So I really thank God that my stay here in Turkey, I've met beautiful people, nice people. Um, although I started in a in a very rough way of living. I mean, I thank God that I met very good people, and they are still my friends. From the first person who helped me, the second person who helped me, all the family that I connected with very well, we are still friends because I need them. and they need me. So we are like this. Just in case anything happens, they're still there for me. Just if they need me, I'm also here there for them. So it's actually very good to make friends, and honesty is very good. Open up, I mean, say it out. It's good. So I thank God that I met good people here in Turkey, and I'm trying to stabilize. So I'm not doing any nanny jobs again. Honestly, I'm not. I don't want to do any nanny jobs again. Yeah, they're very hectic, and sometimes these children are not well trained. You find some children don't respect their nannies. Some children, yeah, just beat their nannies. I mean, it's really bad. Yeah, it's really bad. Like that last family of mine. Actually, the last family that I worked for, they were very, very nice people. I didn't even find any problem with them. Just that they had to travel to leave the country. I think they were relocating to another country. But they were very, very good family. I have never lacked anything in that family too. They were really good. They provided me with anything that I needed. The children loved me. Um, the mom loved me. I ate anything that I wanted. So, getting a family in Turkey, a good family in Turkey, I think it's just by chance, because there are those families which are really very horrible, and there are those families which are really good. So I think it's just by chance. So if you get a family that loves you, cherishes you, kindly behave, yeah, behave, love them, love their children. But to me, I am blessed that throughout, from the time I stepped here in Turkey, I have met only good people, and that is something that I thank God for. The whole of the people that I've met are very good people, and we are still in communication. We talk, they check on me because they know that I am a foreigner here. So usually they check on me, Imi, how are you doing? Are you safe? What's up? What's going on? Do you need anything? If you need anything, kindly contact us. I mean, contact me. So I have very good friends here. So I've met good families. Yeah, from the very first family, and that family is really good. They still even care about me up to now. I mean, the sons usually text me, Ime, how are you doing? Are you fine? Is everything okay? I mean, I'm like, yes, this lady has three sons, but they always check on me. Even the lady herself checks on me. She's like, Ime, how are you? Are you fine? Is everything okay? What's going on? I mean, she's a very, very nice lady. So I love her. She's very nice. Very nice. So I thank God that I met very beautiful friends, very nice families, and I have very beautiful friends. So for those of you who are planning to come abroad, mm, expect challenges. Don't think that everyone who is abroad is living a very smooth life. We go through a lot. We go through a lot, not until you meet those kind people. So I thank God that I'm now fine, trying to adjust my life. I met very nice people, and I don't regret that, because we are all like family now. If you have any problem, hey, are you fine? Hey, this. So I thank God for that. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Hope you enjoy this story time. I know it has been a very long story. Hope you guys find something to learn about this. So now I am not doing a nanny job for now. For now, let's first chill nanny jobs. Yeah, for now. For some time, let's first forget about nanny jobs and concentrate on something else. Okay? Okay, see you guys, and thank you so much for watching this video.